Hello one and all, and welcome to Behind the Glass, your weekly automotive podcast hosted by two rather uninformed enthusiasts.
No.
I'm Sam from the YouTube channel Seen Through Glass.
I'm Tony from Gravelwood Car Sales.
And you can watch us each week. We hope you enjoy the episode.
Really, Lando has only really made one mistake when he crashed into the back of him at Canada.
Yes, there's
Apart from some false starts and
bad qualifying.
but he's still there. He's been very, very consistent all year. Like proper race mistakes, he's made one,
but the performance level wasn't consistent.
not at the start of the year, but it has been since the break.
But this is the whole point, right? The subplot or the subtext is that they changed the car mid-year to suit more Lando's style.
Right.
This is the whole and this is what Oscar's complaining about.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Well, this is what Oscar's literally basically come out and
Said that?
Yeah. He's been pushing this entire narrative.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you've missed this entire subplot, mate. This is where the juiciness is. This is the juice, and forget everything else. The juiciness lies in the fact that Oscar is basically very publicly saying that McLaren are choosing Lando. There was this whole scandal because he reposted a quote from Bernie Ecclestone saying McLaren are choosing Lando. For McLaren, Lando is the better bet, right? Marketing-wise, the investment that Lando's made into the team, like from all the storylines, they want Lando. And Oscar reposted that he had to take it down. And he's been quite vocal about it. And I said, I don't love it because whilst it might be true, I'm just a bit like...
Was that why Lewis commented about... was that around the time when he was saying you got to be selfish when he was giving advice to Oscar? Was that around that time as well?
I don't quite remember. There was obviously the moment, was it Monza, where they did the sort of one possessions?
And he had a tantrum.
Yes, and Oscar was... And I think that was sort of... People said the straw that broke the camel's back of Oscar really feeling like, this team want Lando to win. They don't want me to win. They want Lando to win. And then obviously there was the breakdown at Zandvoort, wasn't it, for Lando? Yeah. And Oscar was like, the team will look after him. Like, I'm not that fast. And so, there's been a lot of, and I think Lando maybe made some comments saying about Oscar reposting that on social media. Maybe that was an AI article. So anyway, the juiciness comes in, right? The fact that maybe there's truth in it, I wouldn't be surprised. But also the fact that Oscar is being quite outspoken in his dissatisfaction in the situation. But is that petulancy? Is that like, oh, well, I've lost the championship, or I've been losing the championship, and now I'm going to find someone else to blame rather than myself? I don't know, but I love that.
If what you're saying is true, then, I mean, what happens at the end of the season then? Does he go, well I'm going?
Yeah, well, he's obviously messed around with contracts before, Alpine versus McLaren, etc. I think he's obviously contracted for next year, but the claim is he will get his view of the order and then try and jump ship. And there's been a lot of things tying into a possible Ferrari move to replace either Leclerc or Lewis. Yes, and that really screams Mark Webber energy to me, of being unhappy with how a team is treating the drive.
I actually think 2027 Ferrari could have two new drivers.
Oh yeah,
Lewis or Leclerc.
Agreed. Yeah, I think if next year's a disaster, Lewis keeps saying weird things there, doesn't he? About the contract of saying I'm so invested in I will turn this around. Suggest that it's like a sort of 2+1 contract or a 3+1 or something.
But then last weekend he said he's not looking forward to next season in general.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the drivers have been super negative about next year. They are all miserable about what the prospect of racing is next year.
But then I saw a quote the other day that they both said that they were happy in the simulator and the car looks good. Leclerc and Lewis.
That felt like a PR line, isn't it?
Well, that's another thing, by the way. Out there now really having to toe the line, them two.
What about that? That is unbelievable. I mean, this for me sums up Ferrari, though, right? This is I go for the customers. Get done, Germany. Stop. You don't want to buy the car? Okay, then no problem. 100%. Yeah. Toe the line or toe them out. Yeah. And I couldn't quite believe it. And I was it Corinne Chandler or maybe Ted Kravitz. I was listening to some piece. And they were like, poor Charles Leclerc, because to be honest, Leclerc's not really said too much. He's been they're a bit grumpy here and there, but it is really Lewis who's been pretty outspoken, being like, this is all a disaster.
Obviously, coming to what he would consider being shit show, mate.
Yeah,
He's come from a machine in Mercedes, and he's come to Ferrari and gone, what the bloody hell's this? Because their process to be completely different.
And again, I do not claim to be an expert. I do not have the inside track. I'm just reading articles that are out there and picking up on stories. But I've heard or read, that yes, he's been trying to push back against that and create new and he was basically told to jog on and like just get on with it.
So why is he there then?
Well, I think he's a bit like he's a disaster. Yeah. I've come here, I've tried to figure stuff out, I can't. I'm trying to drive the car, it's not going well, I can't get on top of it. Like, I think he's just miserable, as he was at Mercedes. But yeah, 2027 could be an all-changed lineup. George Russell and Oscar Piastri.
I'd like to see Leclerc in another car. Because I do rate Leclerc.
I rate Leclerc.
I would like to see him, and I tell you what, I know you don't like him, I'd like to see Russell in a proper championship car, because I think they could both win championships.
Easily. Hands down. Well, I'm 100%.
I think they are, and I know everyone lauds Max, but I think them two are Max level.
Agreed. Yeah, in the fight machinery, they put those three in equal cars. I would say at the moment, Russell, Leclerc and Max still, and I think Oscar, because of the second half of the year, it's hard to say, but I think he's going to be there or thereabouts. But those three for me are
I think they're the three, and Lando as well. Well, if he wins a championship, Lando for sure. There's always, it's not fair on him, but everyone always overlooks, and I've done it, but on now's evidence, you can't, mate. Well, he's clearly unbelievable.
Well, what's fascinating is, of that generation, Leclerc, Russell, Albon, Norris, he was always the last. And that's why I think people have always never taken him that seriously. He got nearly, man. Yeah. But yeah, he's going to be the first one of them to show the championship. Yeah. So, and I think his development and the way he's turned this season around has been amazing and fascinating, and we'll give him all the confidence that he's required. And I think people to properly go, there he is. But no, 2026 is going to be fascinating in general, because the drivers have been largely negative about what the cars will be like to drive and the racing and all these kind of things. So I think they're all feeling a bit glum. Where what the pecking order is, let's wait and see. But that for me, because it's Lando's to lose at the moment, or it's McLaren's to lose for Lando, as they seem to be trying to do. Max, I love that he's creating the excitement. I don't think he probably is quite realistic about the fact that he needs a major DNF or some kind of issue to really be back in the game. Yeah. Lando could wrap it all up. Could he wrap it up in the sprint race? If Max and Oscar don't finish, could he wrap it up in the sprint? No, he can only wrap it up by the Grand Prix. So by Sunday, he could be champion by Sunday.
If he wins the Grand Prix, and
it doesn't matter what happens if he wins the Grand Prix, because it'll be more than 25 points.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't matter if he wins the Grand Prix.
He's not champion. Yeah.
But I just wonder with the sprint. But anyway, you can't think Oscar and Max unless they take each other out. I can't do the maths quickly enough.
Yeah, so there's 24 points and there's 58 remaining.
Oh, no. It has to be at the Grand Prix. Anyway, fine. So, so great that... But I just find the story, the sort of falling apart of player rules and Oscar's kind of dissatisfaction with the situation and the sort of thought that McLaren have pushed the car towards Lando a little bit. I just find that all quite fascinating, especially going into next year. I love the subplots in Formula 1, especially at this time of the season. Yeah. Because there's so many other stories going on. But anyway, good for us, and means we've got that.
So I've got a prediction for next year. Audi going to have the fastest car. Can you hear it? He's going to win the championship.
How are you able to speak about that? Dude, Cadillac and Audi coming in. Yeah. Firstly, the Audi launch that all of my colleagues went to. I'm like, silver and red, the store. I was like, come on, guys, let's see it. Look, silver. It was only going to be silver. I really shouldn't, because if I went there, I'd probably have done the same thing. But it's very much the drinking of the Kool-Aid / I hope we get panic passes for the rest of the year. Yeah, so Audi. You know why I discredit Audi? This is so bad. It's because of their driver lineup. That's really harsh. Obviously, Hulkenberg's been amazing this year. Amazing. But, come on, bro. And then Bortoleto. I take Cadillac more seriously because of Perez and Bottas. Do you know what I mean? I just thought if Audi really thought, and I think they said it in their mission statement, that, as I say, my colleagues reposted everywhere, that this is 2030, I think, is their aim for a championship. So they're definitely seeing this as a long build-up.
Yeah.
Take it when Mercedes came back, Schumacher and Rosberg.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Audi. Like, I just sort of thought they would go hard for a bigger driver, but maybe that's the very Germanic Audi, like, sensible approach of, like, we've got a pairing that we know can perform. Hülkenberg delivering. Bortoleto is a great future challenge, F2 champion, and it gives us a slow and steady build.
Cadillac Perez is that.
Cadillac is Perez and Bottas.
Right, okay, so I got mixed up. So Cadillac to have the fastest car and Bottas to win the championship.
Which would be insane.
Well, Bottas would have won it. If it weren't for Lewis, Bottas would have won a championship.
Would have won a championship for sure.
Because he finished second.
Yeah. Perez would have never won a championship at Red Bull, but I still the Cadillac thing is because it's been so long since we've had a new team into Formula One. They are literally starting from scratch. That's going to be unreal, and they're going big on the PR. So with those two drivers, I mean, that is exciting. Into regulations that none of us really know what to expect. It could be a bit of a disaster by the sounds of it in terms of racing. I'm trying to think. There was a year, 20. When they had the sort of penis front wings, penis noses.
Best road.
Yeah, I know when the only way to describe very phallic design of cars. And then there was an era when the racing was really crap. I just think we might have a bit of a dead year. Always going to be amazing. No, it's the Cadillac story fascinates me, as does Audi. But Audi's a bit more predictable, isn't it? Because we've seen what Salvo have been doing.
Yeah.
Let's say it's when soon. Anyway. Wasn't supposed to be an F1 podcast. Always fun though to say. It's just the season has just become spicy.
All about opinions, isn't it?
All about opinions. Anyway, this is supposed to be an agony aunt episode, so welcome back. We got distracted there for a second, but I'm sure those of you that are into F1 are equally as hyped by the final couple of races of the year. If you missed our first go at this a few weeks ago, essentially we are here to answer your car buying dilemmas.
Yeah.
This came off the back of Tony and I receiving regular questions on Instagram, emails, what should I buy? We thought, well, let's have some fun and try and help people out and decide what they should buy. We still haven't got a theme tune, working on that.
Goal.
And we want to bring back Stockwatch as part of this. We may do that in this episode.
Yeah.
But we haven't prepared that. So it's going to be an on-the-fly Stockwatch. Anyway.
Yeah, we need to bring Stockwatch back.
Oh, I've heard Stockwatch.
Yeah.
I've seen a few nice cars knocking around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, something got shed on Classic Drive today, which was an MGB resto mod. And based out in their place that we went to, we drove that 964 RS in the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, classic. Cool.
Yeah.
They've got this nice really nice.
Yeah.
250 short wheelbase inspired MGB with a V8 in it. It looks so cool. I was like,
That sounds like a huge accident.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Or just really unreliable. I was like, if I buy it, it's never going to work.
Huge accident and instant death.
Instant.
Don't want to crash in an MGB.
No. Anyway, we've got some very intriguing inquiries this week, some of which is so sort of impossible to relate to, but I love that for us. So, kick-starting with Arjun. So Arjun says, love the podcast, never miss an episode. I like including these most at all. Yeah, because this makes us feel better about it.
Are you sure you haven't bloody just put that in the top?
So I may ask. Do you guys recommend we should do keep our 812 Superfast or change it for an Aventador SV? We feel like the SV will hold and rise in value in the future as it's a limited run car, but servicing is a bit off-putting. Or keep the 812. We love the car and Ferrari brand and want to maybe add a pista alongside it. If we don't swap the 812 for the SV, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, hold on a second, because am I missing something? But
he's doing all right, isn't he?
Well, firstly, he's doing all right. But that's like completely sort of unrelatable muscles, and unrelatable message.
He's sparkle little man.
How much are SVs worth these days?
I don't know.
Have I missed this entirely?
Like 500 grand now?
I think it might be about to be sick. Hold on a sec. It's a 750-4 Super Veloce. That's the right one, isn't it?
I can't remember last time I looked.
Oh, yeah. They're 300 grand.
Oh, they're still for... Is it SVJ that's nearly 500 grand, is it?
Yeah, but I think in America, they're like all the money. SVJs are 500, well, 4 something.
Yeah.
So hold on a sec. And add a pista if we don't swap for the SV.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
Have the SV and the pista. Get rid of the 812.
I don't really understand the pista line and the... Let's just keep it focused on the... Because what? Let's just focus on the 812 versus SV.
Want to maybe add a pista alongside it if we don't swap it for the 8.
Because he wants something a bit more dynamic than the 812. So he's either 812 on pista or SV. But financially, it's too much money.
Yeah, but also, I'd have the Pista and the SV because they're completely different. You think they're the same, but they're not.
No, they're not. But I'm just going to ignore the Pista line. Let's focus on the main question: 812 Superfast or Aventador SV?
SV.
Why?
Because from
in the street, but
just from, I mean, it will drive way worse. It'd be a terrible car compared to the 812.
in what ways expand?
In every bloody way, mate, apart from the noise. It doesn't go left or right very well. It's got a terrible gearbox. The brakes don't work. Like literally everything. No.
Okay, so why are you recommending it?
Because of that reason.
I so don't understand you this year.
No, because
Especially since we've come back from our summer break.
yeah.
What?
Well, I like old cars. I don't like new cars anymore.
Like Aventador SVs
Yeah.
over a Ferrari A12?
Yes.
Are you looking for us to get banned by Ferrari? I'm so confused. So what?
But I would be right. Everyone's going to agree with me.
Well, I sort of agree with you, but I think that makes me feel a bit sick.
Because it's just cooler, mate. Like, who cares about an 812 now? Do you know what I mean? It's just, the only problem with the SV is it's right. The servicing.
Sales will occur as this hotel.
The only thing about just wait a minute. The only thing about the SV is the servicing and maintenance costs. They will be horrendous.
Could V12 Lambos are?
Yeah, and it's like out of warranty. You can't get a proper because Lambo don't do their own warranties like Ferrari. From a financial point of view, you are way better off in the 812 because it'll still have a bloody service plan on it.
But I think you could be right about future SV values. Lamborghinis are finally starting to fall into the grasp or the eyes of collectors.
This is my thinking.
But you just said that financially you'd be better off in the 812.
No, from a maintenance financial point of view.
Okay, fine. But
he's going to give it all back by service.
fine. So you might make £100,000 investment, but you would spend that on keeping the car alive.
Yeah.
I think he's got a very good point. Aventador SV Future Classic. Absolutely. And inherently, yeah, Lambos are starting to do one. If you look at America, the Lambo market there is insane. We've spoken about Murcielago, SVs and manuals going for $1 million+ in the US, things like that. So Aventador SV could track in the same direction. I don't think a 12 inherently will. A standard 812 super fast. If you look at Ferrari, standard V12s inherently don't go insane value-wise, at least not for 40 or 50 years. Yeah, you've got to wait a long while for that car to start to really fly, especially having the 812s they made. And I'm with you. Like, I love the theatre of the Aventador SV. Like, it's probably always going to make you smile, depending quite how you use it and how tall you are.
So you break down.
You know what? But would you use it but when you break down,
Yes.
actually break down.
As soon as you try and do a hill start in it, clutch starts. You're going to burn the clutch out.
If you're doing your driving test, please now practice a hill start. You think the clutch will actually... No, that's too ridiculous.
It's not, mate. The clutch... it's not ridiculous. I've seen it with my own eyes.
What, literally like an Aventador SV doing a hill start, just die?
Not doing a hill start, but I've seen clutches basically fall out from SVs. They're really bad, mate. I really hope you have a lovely time.
Well, despite everything that's being said, we both think you should get the Aventador SV. Because I like an 812, but it's just a bit like...
Yeah.
Get the Aventador SV.
Yeah, get an SV, get Golf as well.
That's the weirdest advice we've ever given. Yeah. Okay, moving on. So, next up we've got Tommy. Hopefully you can come to my rescue. I've been leasing quite plain and sensible cars for the last 4 years. The current car I have is a 2025 CLA 220D Premium Plus.
Oh, gets
the job done. The lease is coming to an end in June. Okay, we've got a while to figure this out. I want to replace it for something more fun as a daily. I'm 26 and I don't have children. It's just me and my partner. I would like to put 15 to 20k down as a deposit and keep the monthly payments below £600 a month. What do you recommend? I was looking at a 991 911, either .1 or .2, a Panamera or an M4, anything else but with a strong residual that you'd consider. Looking forward to your response. P.S. I hate the Alpine. So don't recommend the Alpine. Now, okay, so we've got a lot to think about here. Firstly, then the cars you're looking at, 991, 911, M4, or Panamera, get rid of the Panamera. I love the Panamera, but if you're looking for something that's going to excite you and be a bit more fun, that's not going to tick the box. The Panamera is an unbelievable all-round luxury premium quality estate car or saloon car
That sometimes breaks down.
that around the highway. Yeah, get rid of the Panamera. I can see why you're thinking residual-wise, because value-wise they are cheap to finance, but they also lose a ton of money. So you're just going to be you just don't do it.
And you're 26.
You're 26, mate, and you haven't got kids yet. I don't know if you've got dogs. M4 991.1.2. So, okay, riddle me this, Anthony. It's interesting when you get into finance. He's talking about strong residuals because he wants to be able to get into something where the monthly payment's going to be manageable. But talking about the cars there, M4 Panamera, they're going to lose inherently so much money because these are cars that kind of, depreciate fairly normally.
The 991 want to lose less than an M4 now.
Agreed.
You can still PCP an M4. You couldn't PCP a 991.
Interesting. But you can do a
HP balloon.
Yeah, HP balloon. So yes, strong residual, but you don't want to start getting to a negative equity frame of mind.
You won't on a used M4.
No, but do you see what I'm trying to say? Where it's
Put a big deposit down as well, mate. He's flexed his muscles.
he's flexed his muscles.
15 or 20 grand. You don't need to put that much in, boy.
But the point being, what I'm trying to get to is strong residual. So would you say that those three cars will have strong residuals? Because that is the predicted future value of a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Which inherently we've discussed, banks have been a little bit hesitant on in the last few years, or been writing those down. And just focusing on a car with a strong residual. For example, let me just try and thank you. Well done. I never find that word in my brain. Elaborate on this further. An Alpina, not an Alpine, but Alpina. So the B3s and the D4s are insanely expensive to finance, despite their actual RRP, because the residuals are very, very bad. So you have a car that's an equivalent value of an M3, but will be 300 quid a month more to finance.
Yeah, because they don't really know what it's going to be worth at the end. They're way more comfortable with the M3 and the M4 because they make loads of them and they know roughly what it's going to be at the end.
Yes, but therefore, okay, fine. So what are we talking about here? 15 to 20 grand down, 600 quid a month. Your RRP, roughly, we're looking at sort of 75, 80 grand cars.
Yeah.
Something like that, or a bit more, tiny bit more. Maybe a 90 grand car.
No, not with what was you saying, £600 a month?
Yeah.
Oh, payments below 600.
Yeah.
No, mate, he's
75 grand car max.
like tops.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say 60 and 70 grand car.
Yeah.
RRP.
Used M4, I'd have.
Gen 1 GT4. Gen 1 GT4 probably got a fairly alright residual. Or even a 718 GT4.
Probably get a 718.
Yeah.
You could probably have to put 20 in, but yeah.
20 in, and the monthly I would be nervous.
Then you're almost interest only at that point.
Okay. It's never a great...
Not great, no.
Unless you're in a real investment grade car.
No.
Okay, so let's step away from that for a second. You always say that the Audi RS products have fairly good residuals.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at there? V4?
Are in now, no, the RS cars.
I agree. That's why I was like, what would we be thinking about? And I would only say RS3. Because RS4, RS5...
but I'd have an M4 over an RS3.
I think I'd agree.
Yeah. As good as it is, the RS3, as in to go A to B,
Yeah.
it is a good car, but it's not really got any character, you know?
I agree. So whilst you might be able to get into a lot of car for the money, maybe not going to excite you as much. So let's work our way through the Germans. Mercedes, an AMG product.
Would be a C63. M4's better.
M4's better.
RS4 a van.
Yeah, the Audi stuff, as I said, I think we sort of touched on. The Porsche Life, I mentioned,
I just get in an older car with the Porsches. That's the problem, you know. And like these new BMWs now, they're so bloody good. They've got all the tech in them.
Yeah,
you know.
Looks like
you still have warranty.
Would you get an M4 over an M2?
61 off, doesn't he? At that money.
Yeah,
M2 is probably slightly better though.
Yeah, I think I'd get an M2. Yeah, I think I'd get an M2.
Yeah. I think I would at that money, at 50, 60 grand. I think I'd have the M2.
What's the alternate choice? I'm going to put in.
Because you're going to get a
after it.
3-year-old M4 or like a year-old M2. I think I'd have the M2. Personally.
So,
Because you get the new screens and all that nonsense.
max price, 600 quid. And then we're going to say he wants something fast-ish, doesn't he? So
They're all bloody fast. They're all 500 horsepower or more.
that.
This is fast enough.
So just as a quick scroll through as to some other options, he's not going to want an SUV. Let's get rid of that.
Get rid of SUVs. We don't want SUVs.
Body type, coupe, saloon, coupe and saloon. Let's say.
No estate.
Let's just see. Well, let's just have a little look. I just want to get some inspiration. There's theoretically an F type, but I'm going to say it's an obvious.
There's also a V8 Vantage as well in there. That you'd get that at that money, but
Which one?
the V8 one, the turbo. There's about
Really?
yeah, of course.
So that's a C43 M340.
Yeah, HP balloon on that. You wouldn't get a PCP on it too.
Lexus LC, I do really like.
No thank
The
you.
LC500, I do really like that. I think that's a great car, but it's not going to be.
Like driving a bus around.
But yeah, it's not going to give you like that fun that we've just spoken about.
Cayman GT4's a little shout.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah, the noises.
Mustang, Dark Horse, the new Dark Horse.
Oh, Quinn 4.
No, I said, what's the alternative? I was like, let's think of just some fun alternatives. Because we kind of worked our way through the obvious ones.
Yeah.
So what could be some fun alternatives that we haven't talked about? Carrera S, 17, just Cayman T.
You can't suggest him worse cars than what are up there.
No, I'm
I'm
just saying, because
Maserati in there.
Oh, that's a good shot. I just want to see what else comes up that we're not thinking of or considering, because sometimes it's just interesting to be like, oh, that's...
Why does he want a sporty SUV if you consider it Panamera?
What sort of SUV would you
You had GTS or an F-Pace SVR.
F-Pace SVR's a vibe.
Yeah.
I always find the cat a bit...
If he's going Panamera, but he's 26, mate. Like bloody live a little, mate.
Yeah, I agree.
Aye. I think the Cayman would piss your missus off. You'd annoy your missus, the GT4.
Two sort of
lunch, mate,
serious and yeah, I'm not getting. This is not particularly inspiring. My little search here. I've got to be honest. Okay,
Get a GTS Cayman. That's a good car.
Yeah, great one. 4 litre. Yeah, yes,
Manual PDK.
manual.
That's a good car. That's you get like a 2022 car. That's all right. It's a good shout. Get that.
The reason I mean, lots of sort of Porsche freaks, it's because the residuals are good on the Porsches as well.
Yeah.
You know what? JJ just got that 840i. Watch from Alexander's. It's such a flash, isn't it?
Where's he get this money from?
He's definitely did enjoy it.
He's got way too.
But there's stuff like that, which even M8s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how fun that's gonna be.
Johnny Sauce is a daily set.
No. I'm talking about for tone.
No, we don't want that.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Next up, Anthony. He says signs off Ronnie. Let's go with Ronnie.
Ronnie?
I'm in a very lucky position. We'll have about 200 grand to spend on a car. Go on, Ronnie. See, I like these out of the touch ones. They're fun, aren't they?
It needs to be a touch for me. Ronnie joking. Hold on a second. What if you got no money left?
This is literally the most This is fantastic. It needs to be a car that I can use fairly regularly, once or twice a week, and be able to carry a set of golf clubs. I love Hurricanes and Aventadors, but can only get the clubs in the passenger seat. Not ideal. Get a 992 GT3 with comfort seats and a roll cage delete would tick all the boxes, and leave me with about 50k of change. An F12 is a contender, but it's knocking on a bit of potential issues with any rubber ball joints, etc. Oh, he knows his stuff. My first choice is an 812. Obviously, concerns over reliability and cost of repairs will always be in the back of my mind. Although a Ferrari improved comes with 2 years warranty, any suggestions or experience with any of these cars and above? Okay, just going to put it out there. DB12. Gonna keep flying.
Bentley Continental.
Of course, Bentley Continental, and you could get a GT Speed. You get the Larry one for 200 grand probably. The one with the carbon ceramics and all the performance and all that kind of stuff. I get the sense that's going to be too old manny for Ronnie because he's talking about Aventadors and Hurricane.
I know.
Reason F12s.
Roma.
Oh, Roma.
Get that.
Roma's a fantastic shout. A really Larry Roma is a really good shout. But would you not go for an 812 at that price?
No.
Why not?
Because I love the Roman, because it's newer and it'll work better.
And the A12 is inherently a little bit more supercar-y. And
Yeah, the Roma you can use a bit more. You can even put 2 people in the back if you want to. Not big people, but you can.
Or Lusso.
No, I'd have the Roma still. I saw it in Amalfi the other day.
No, you did not.
I think I did in London.
No.
Sloane Square, no. It had the new lights.
Yeah.
At the front.
I think they're doing the press drives. I don't know. I have not been
Saw it. It's literally past the other side.
disinvited.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, I think of that.
Who's it, me?
No, I thank God. I don't know. They're great, and I love Ferrari. And
You've got your second in here.
I think I have. I read between the lines of like, and they haven't said as much, and they're very open. But I was like, oh, I think upset some people because I was a little bit. I was too inquisitive about the Amalfi. Do you remember I put my hand up saying, "Why haven't you just called it the MoMA?" Well, like, never going to hey, no, I killed him. This man will not drive my car. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do better. So yeah, DB12 or DBL, the old DBS. Because I think he's going to say. I think Ronnie's going to go Roma around. He's talking about Hurricanes, Aventadors, GT3s, Aventador. I think he's going to think his Roma's being too junior below him.
But he wants something for golf clubs and to
But I think go on, sorry.
and to use fairly regularly once or twice a week to be able to carry golf clubs. So he wants that to use. I mean,
But I think you want something flashy. Why do you want a GT3 to use regularly twice a week to go to the golf club? This was a flash kit in the best way possible. I love you,
but he put GT3 up.
that's what I mean. If you want a GT3, a Hurricane, an Aventador, an A12, you don't want a Roma because a Roma's not flashy enough for you. It's too unsteady. Same with the Bentley. He wants a little bit of like a because you're not taking a GT3 just to the golf course unless you want people to go like, oh, look at you and your GT3.
Well, most people go as a Porsche.
But yeah, you'd get a Turbo S if you actually just wanting. Yeah. So he wants a little bit of like, wow. So I'm thinking.
I'll tell you what else I'm thinking.
Go on.
If he's got 200 grand to spend on a supercar, that ain't the only car he's got either. Probably got other cars. So why don't you stop being such a flash git and use one of your other cars for the golf and then use that car for your special stuff, to which point get the Hurricane or the Aventador if you want to be flash. Yeah, 488 or an F8 for 200 grand.
Oh, an F8. Oh, yeah. F8, the overlooked Ferrari.
Yeah.
And F8's a great one. Alexander's Prestige has got that green one at the moment.
Yeah. You can't have your golf clubs in it, though.
So there's a problem. I think he wants a flash car to take to the golf course.
But not put his golf cars in.
Well, he wants one that is flash but can fit his golf clubs in.
But we've told him the ones that can do that in. You can't be... That's it. You can't make a car up, mate.
Yeah, but I think we're...
You think we've missed one?
Maserati Grand...
No, mate.
Folgorni. Because you could, I mean, in 200k, you can get the MC20 and the GT, like a 991 MG. Yeah, like, you could, like, split the money. But I'm just reading between the lines here, Ronnie. I think you want people at the golf club to go, look at that legend. And therefore, a brown DB12 is your choice. Because it's elegance. It's elegant. It's great. It fits the golf clubs, but it's also like, ooh, look at that guy. I'm just gonna keep flying that Aston flag.
Okay.
Or DBX 707.
Yeah, I was thinking Urus.
Yeah, Urus. Yeah. Well, actually, we're idiots. That's it. What's the Urus Performante? How much is that these days?
Probably close to that.
Because then you've got your Lambo Hurricane and Aventador that actually can fit all the stuff in.
Yeah.
And if you get an Alari spec, which most users are, everyone's going to turn their heads.
Yeah.
And I think more non-car people appreciate the Urus than they do a Hurricane and Aventador. I think they see the Urus and they go, oh, that's cool. Well, if they see a Hurricane and Aventador, they go, yeah, we've smashed it.
Let's get an
Urus Performante. Which is actually a shite car. Okay, moving on. Ash K. Oh, God. Akshay, there we go. He's from the Netherlands. Currently own a Fiat Punto for a daily run around and an MX-5 for occasional Nürburgring trips.
Yeah.
Have had a few six-cylinder BMWs. I'm looking to change my cars for around 20k. Currently interested in the first-gen BMW Z4 Coupe Porsche Boxster. Sick. Or make a sensible choice and buy a BMW 135i as I became a dad recently. Mostly interested in manual rear-wheel drive and short wheelbase cars. What would you suggest? Well, yes, I'm so here for the like Z3M, Z4 clown shoe, or that was the Z4M, wasn't it? a Boxster S, like a 98 or 987 Boxster, Speedster.
But if he's got the kid, mate, like
Keep the Fiat Punto.
keeping the daily. Oh, I see.
Because you could buy the 135i. I'm assuming he's talking about the rear-wheel drive variant. That was that 2018 car.
So is he keeping the MX-5?
No, he says he could either keep the Punto and swap the MX-5 out for something a little bit more silly, or chuck them both in and get sort of something like 20k hot hatchy type that he could do it all in.
No, I'd have the Boxster. Personally.
So you would keep the Punto for the daily responsibilities, and then just upgrade the MX-5 and you get a Boxer. You wouldn't get a Gen 1 Cayman or 987 Cayman.
No, I'd get a Boxster. You should put the roof down, although it always rains in the Netherlands. But also as well, like using a hot hatch as your one car can get a bit boring. So you use the Punto for your boring stuff, your daily chores. Then when it comes to the weekend or whenever you want to go for a bash, you've then got something special that feels special for way longer.
I agree. Yeah, you want the special car. Speaking from experience, you want the special car.
We've been there, done this.
Yes, if you use the special car too much, it is inherently less special. So I think you've done really well. There was. Do you remember? I did an event at Cafe in the Machine, and it came to one of our BTG lives with a Z4M.
Yeah,
and he put the M3 wheels on it. It looked perfect. It was a beautiful car, really cool car. So I think that's a wicked shout. Have we been helpful there? I'm not sure we have, but we
have.
Okay. This is now from Andrew. I've got 15k in cash, and I'm comfortable with a further 15k in finance. Giving us a range of stress-free 15k purchases to a more stretched 30k purchases. This will be the household's third car. We are out of control here. Currently at X640D, family SUV, and a Mini Cooper SE EV. Love that. I'm looking for a light, small B-road weapon to replace my motorbike. I'm 6'3". Luxury is not priority. I've test-driven a GBS kit car, which is a Caterham.
Oh my God.
As well as a Exige S2 supercharged. But I've now gone snowblind and I can't see past these options. What am I missing? What car should I buy? So,
Comp.
for 30k.
Yes.
Financed.
Yes. Like a 2020 car, 19 car, that sort of money. That's a great car for 30 grand, that car. I can't get.
I think he's going to claim that's too big and heavy. He wants small, light that replaces his motorbike. I mean, the Lotus is such a obvious. The Caterham again, but just Alpines are not going to be at 30k, are they? Oh, GR86.
Yeah, that's literally that I was just about to say.
Yeah, you need to go drive a GR86.
Yeah.
GR86 and just put Larry bits on it.
Yeah, time.
Yeah, through to GR86. Done.
Yeah. That's literally you beat me to it, Bob. 2 seconds.
Yaris? No. GR86.
Yeah.
That's what you're missing, mate.
If you're going on light and not a lot of power.
Yeah. I mean, I would inherently say the Lotuses will be a little bit more spicy. The Caterham is very spicy because you're bathtub on the road. I mean, I love them both, but I don't know what GBS kit car is, but he says it's Caterham-like. But I do think a GR86 that we've seen some amazing ones over the years that get fettled with, and there's so many companies that do kits and whatever. What's going to just see? Oh, the other thing, which is these V8 swapped MX-5s from what's the company called?
Why are you trying to financially ruin people?
Well, that is my drive.
Hey,
That is my right.
don't listen to him. A V8.
This is a V8 or a V6? What's that company called?
Don't know. No idea. Never heard of a V8 MX-5.
Maybe it's a V6.
Even a V6 one.
Hold on.
It's way too much power.
Well,
You can supercharge them.
no. They do the engine swaps.
Do they?
Yeah. Must be a V6. Why have I got no internet in here today?
Nothing there, mate. You ain't paid your bill, have you?
Yeah, probably. Okay, well, let's move on. So there we go. We've come up with an option. Right, let's move on.
Good option, I think.
Okay, we're getting a question now from. Oh, come on, I say bad. Is it Shao? Yeah, I think so. What car should I buy? I currently own a 2017 M2 manual. I've only ever owned manual cars. My next car must be a coupe or a shooting brake, but not an estate. No hot hatches or cabs. I prefer manual, but obviously that drastically reduces the options. So very reluctantly open to an auto, but has to be dramatically quicker than an M2 in auto form. I want a car that's interesting. I don't need rear seats, but I would. No, I do need to be able to daily it and carry 3 small dogs in the boot. Wow. You're making this hard for us here. Not a track day person, but love touring Europe and daily duties. Okay, so let's recap. He's in an M2 manual. He wants a coupe or a shooting brake. Would like it to be manual as well.
So how much money's he got? Oh my God! Bloody essays going.
For a long time, I wanted a 997.2 in manual, but they seem to have hit 40k these days. So forget that. He hasn't actually said would consider high mileage, like an M6 V10. Oh my God! He's not mentioned money. He's mentioned the fact he hates GTRs, which we never tend to recommend on this podcast anyway. Soft spot for the F-Type V6S manual. But 3 dogs. You're not getting 3 dogs in an F-Type.
No.
This is an impossible one. Hold on.
We've
got a challenge on our hands here.
And the car shouldn't tank in value.
Well, okay, fine. I mean, so if you want to not mess around, yes. But, okay, we go again. Porsches. 3 small dogs. 3 small dogs in the boot or somehow. So, yes, let's just not mess around for a second. You can look at the 996's. Tony will shrug his hand. He's not mentioned value, so that's really hard to figure out.
Put 3 dogs in the boot of a 996.
No, but you can have them on the side, on the passenger seat or on the back seat. So you could figure that out. And if a 997.2, which are amazing in manuals, they are very inherently expensive. But you can get quite special 996s for. I don't know what your budget is, mate, but
That's the problem.
if he's saying 40k is too high, I'm assuming he means around 30. We have no idea. A high mileage. This is really difficult because there's so many things to.
There is, yeah.
Okay, so what are some? Okay, let's try and help him by this thinking about some alternative manual, semi-cheap coupes. Like you could go and get an early Vantage, but I think that's a disaster. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it, but it's a cool car. And I say,
I think you've got to go. We've got to think like old because apart from a GR86 now, there's no modern manual coupes really. They're all auto.
Agreed.
So we got to run it back. My memory's not very good. That's the problem. I am going to think of something, but probably on Thursday.
Well, there's no good manual AMGs for a long time.
No.
So they're out the window. You can go M cars, but you're already in that neck of the woods. So I'm a bit like, it's not going to interest you massively. And Audis as well, like, not the right. No. So then, Astons, Bentley's definitely not. No, you're not getting a manual one of those.
No Jags.
He's mentioned the manual V6 SF type. It's not the nicest gearbox ever, that gear. It's a little bit sputtish. And I don't think it suits the car.
No.
I would get an auto V8 F-Type for sure. He said, yeah, it's not sport. Like, it's perfect for European tours and daily. Like, F-Type will tick all the boxes, but you said you want a manual idea.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. So the early Vantages, but I just think it's going to feel a bit slow and cumbersome. You can go do the CTR kits, the Challenge the Road kits, and they are great, but...
I know.
Go on.
Subaru WRX in Pretzer Turbo.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, nice. What kind of year?
Like a 15. So you get like a when they stop making them.
Yeah.
You give 25 grand for one of them. Got a bit of character. It's got 4 doors.
Interesting.
Like, I'm just trying to think of manual.
God, yeah.
Hot hatch.
Yes. Like nice flexi coupe.
Yeah.
Because I would go Megane RS, Civic Type R, do that. Everyone doesn't want a hatch, or a cab. It's just what's a coupe, man. Yeah, you are going to have to go old as gold.
Rogue, yeah. Or a Mitsubishi bloody Evo 10 or 11, whatever they are. Don't know if they've done manual then. I think they would bloody all auto then.
Can't get anything fun in Italian at that age because all Maserati,
Great there.
yeah, like disaster. If Ferraris and Lambos, all that stuff gone.
I think Toyota then was there.
God, that's a really tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, okay, so then,
Because what he's describing there really is a hot hatch.
yes.
That's what he's describing, but the car that he wants almost doesn't exist. So you got to go really left field and think of something like completely out the bloody,
That's faster than a 27 M2 in auto form.
Yeah.
Could you get like a V8 RS5? It's going to be slow, isn't it?
Terrible.
Terrible car. There's too many criteria here.
That's the problem. He's thrown us.
Okay, so let's give him something.
I just did.
What did you give him?
Subaru.
Oh yes, well done. And I'm going to say, well, either the manual V6 SF type or just go and get a cheap V8 and suck it up, mate.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick. Right. This last couple. If you ever, I have an M5 competition with over 800 horsepower. One sec. Let me scroll. It's got some scrolling to be done. There's a nice photo of it somewhere. Oh yeah, lovely car. Oh, he just wants us to rate it. No. Very nice. Well done. Yeah, not that episode. Okay, here we go. This will be our last one, I think.
Sam and Paul.
From Simon. Oh, yeah, he's good job.
Yeah.
Wrong show. I bought a brand new Lotus Emira in April. It's on one track day at Bedford, which I didn't enjoy, and I don't think I'll do any more of these. I will take it to Germany to visit Christmas markets this month. It's done 5,500 miles. It's garage and sits on a trickle charger. He's trying to sell it to you, mate. For my daily, I have a Polestar 4. Think of my options for next year. Keep the Lotus for a few years and hope the prices don't tank. Use the money I get for the Emira and no finance on it and use it as my deposit for a next car. And his options are 458 Spider, 488 Spider. That's mad. They're the same value, isn't it?
Yeah.
Portofino M. Oh, we're going to come back to that. Roma or GT3. Which would be my safest bet to keep the majority of my deposit, which is just, I think, more left field, save money just to get a GT4. Right, now, hold on a second.
Why not?
This is actually great chat. Go on. Tell me your thoughts, Tony, because I'm all up in this business. These are basically my cars. This is what I live looking at these cars. So
But I already know the car you have out on that list. Sure. The 488.
disagree.
All right. That's fine.
Why did you say that?
Because out of that group, unless you're like gonna do like loads of truck stuff,
Which clearly is not.
he's not, is that for the road and as a bit of a poser car and to hold its money. Well, let me just double check. Yeah, it's probably the best one there.
So I disagree. I think because the world is strange, the 458 Spider is the best place.
Oh, mate, no, thank you.
No, I know what but to put your money right now, because the world is strange, that's a good place to put your money.
But you're buying a worse car.
Yes, argument, like in our opinion, and we've said that a few times, and we believe the 488 to be better, and also I just prefer it. Forget whether it's better or worse. I just prefer the 488.
Yeah.
But most people, the majority of people prefer the 458, and value-wise, inherently, that's the safer place to put the money, and it's still a Ferrari and ticks all the boxes and still fantastic. Can I just touch on the others, because these are literally cars that I spend my life obsessing. Portofino and
Got one of them.
But yeah, Portofino and really silly place to put your money. Unbelievable car, really overlooked car. That is essentially a Roma Spider, prior to the Roma Spider with it's a hard top Roma Spider.
Yeah.
It's got all the tech of the Roma essentially,
Yeah.
but I think in a better looking shape. But they're going to tank. People don't know what they are. They're coming down.
Yeah.
Now their Roma Spiders are out. So not a good place to put your money. An actual Roma, unbelievable value for money. I keep saying it. 130k from Ferrari approved used. What a thing. I have no idea what that's going to be worth in another 3 or 4 years, but you've got to think they bottomed out at 120, 130 grand. Who knows? GT3, yes, you would say that you're going to be safe-ish, and if you can keep it for a long time, maybe you'll benefit from the upswing. But yeah, like hard to know. The GT3 is safe-ish, but I would look at the 458 or the 488 is where I would look, because you're also getting that mid-engine performance that you've enjoyed in the Emira. So I think from a money point of view, go 458. I think from a car point of view, go 488.
Yeah, I for me, the 458 is not even a conversation. I look for it.
So you get so wound up. Like,
Not why not? I just want the better car for the same money.
you want the car that you prefer.
Yeah,
Yes.
the better car.
Whoa.
in every way. Because Ferrari don't normally tend to make a worse car when they bring a new one out.
No, but that's to your preference, isn't it? Because a lot of people don't like the turbocharged engine.
I don't care.
And that sums up Tony from Gravel Car Sales. Anyway, well, it's I have the beholder. Go drive them both. They drive, I think, very differently.
I thought they drive terribly.
Depends what you want, but that would be my shout. Great list though, and four Ferraris to choose from. But the Roma can't be overlooked.
Yeah.
It can't be. I
You also don't listen to us as we both own the Porsche.
Oh, we're so bad at this, aren't we? Anyways, well, there you go. We didn't expect this to be an F1 episode that turned into an agony aunt episode, but hopefully we've helped. As I say, I love these ones because we basically spent our entire show talking about 100, 150 grand, 200 grand supercar, which is so much fun to do.
I know. Also, by the way, take my advice because on that list I've owned every single one apart from the Portofino. So I have that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You owned a standard Portofino though, and you owned a Roma, so you can imagine what Portofino M is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you own a standard?
Not Portofino in California.
Oh yes, California's T.
No, California, like
Oh god.
really. So before I knew you.
Oh god.
Yeah. So that's really bad.
But sometimes I look at them now, I think 80 grand
Left
for a Ferrari badge, Maserati. But still, in the right spec.
actually run faster than that car.
I know, but could it offer you? I don't know.
No.
Do you know?
Offer me nothing.
They are pretty awful. The Californias. Cali T's are cool. I don't know. It is a Ferrari.
I just can't remember which way I went because I had the California, and then I either bought that before the 430 or after the 430. So I just can't work out which is the worst car out of the 430.
Well, anyway, keep submitting these because we will do these regularly each month. It is btg@seen-through-glass.com, and we look forward to hearing some more of your car buying conundrums. We hope we've helped the 3 people out there looking to buy supercars, and for the rest of you that are just buying normal everyday cars, I'm so sorry.
I was really out of really rich.
This whole show is just about. But what was the gentleman on top is that always get this in question? Why did you do more regular cars?
Yeah.
Well, clearly that was interesting. It'd be great if these people were totally making this up. That's it's the dream scenario.
Yeah.
None of them got this money. They just pretend.
But I'm up for doing normal cars.
So well, you'd be far better at it.
Yeah. If someone said to me, "I've got 5 grand, can I have a Fiesta or blah blah blah?" I'll be bloody
all over it.
I'll be all.
Oh, there you go. We're asking for some more
cheap
normal cars.
Yeah.
Normal car advice. We will be back with you. I think we've got a in-car episode next week.
Have we?
Yeah, I better make sure the microphones are working properly this time. Anyway, we'll be back to you next week when we'll know more about the Formula One World Championship, and maybe if Lando wins this weekend, I will do next week in papaya.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'll do next week naked or something. When? Please don't whip that.
We won't be able to do it. All right, see you next week. Bye.
Bye.